In 1945, in the heart of Chicago, a baby boy was born who would one day be called one of the greatest voices in soul music history. His name was Donny Hathaway. From the moment Donny could reach a piano, music surrounded him. Raised by his grandmother, Martha Pitts, a gospel singer herself, Donny grew up in the church, soaking in the sound of choirs and the spirit of faith. The piano wasn't just an instrument to him, it was a place of peace, a place where his emotions could speak when words couldn't. By the time he was a teenager, Donny's talent was undeniable. He earned a scholarship to Howard University in Washington, D.C., one of the most respected, historically black colleges in the country. At Howard, he studied music theory, arranging and composition, and it was there he began shaping the sound that would later move millions. But Donny wasn't just another music student. His teachers saw something in him, a rare combination of genius and soul. While still in school, he started working as a songwriter, producer, and arranger for Curtis Mayfield's label, Curtom Records. That was the start of Donny Hathaway's journey into the professional world of music. Before long, his voice, smooth yet aching with emotion, began to turn heads. In 1970, he released his debut album, Everything is Everything. And from the opening track, people knew they were hearing something special. Songs like The Ghetto and Trying Times weren't just grooves, they were statements. They spoke to the pain, pride, and perseverance of Black America during a turbulent era. A year later, he released Donny Hathaway, his self-titled second album. It featured his breathtaking rendition of A Song for You, written by Leon Russell, a performance so raw and heartfelt that it still gives listeners chills more than 50 years later. But perhaps Donny's most iconic moments came through his collaborations with Roberta Flack. Together they created magic. Where is the Love, You've Got a Friend, and the unforgettable The Closer I Get to You. Their voices blended like sunlight and shadow. Perfectly balanced, perfectly timeless. In 1973, they won a Grammy for Best Pop Performance by a duo or group with vocals. But behind Donny's brilliance, a quiet storm was brewing. Those closest to him began to notice his mood swings, the emotional highs and deep crushing lows. He was eventually diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. The same mind that could create such beauty was also battling unimaginable pain. As his fame grew, the pressure mounted. The industry demanded more performances, more albums, more Donny. But the man behind the music was breaking down. He was hospitalized multiple times and at one point withdrew completely from performing. For a while it seemed like the world might lose Donny Hathaway to his illness. But in 1978, hope returned. Donny reunited with Roberta Flack to record new music. The chemistry was still there, electric, emotional, divine. The Closer I Get to You soared up the charts, reminding the world that Donny's gift had never faded. But only days later, tragedy struck. On January 13th, 1979, Donny Hathaway was found dead outside the Essex House Hotel in New York City. Police ruled it a suicide, that he had jumped from his 15th floor room. He was just 33 years old. The news shocked the music world. How could someone with so much light be taken by such darkness? Friends said Donny had been working on new songs that very day. Others said his mind had been clouded by paranoia and despair. Whatever the truth, one thing was certain. Soul music lost one of its purest voices far too soon. In the years that followed, Donny Hathaway's legacy only grew stronger. Artists like Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys, John Legend, and Amy Winehouse all cited him as an inspiration. His songs became spiritual hymns for those searching for hope in their own pain. Donny once said, "When you're through learning, you're through." Even in his darkest moments, he was still searching, still learning, still reaching for a sound that could heal. Today, when you listen to Donny Hathaway sing, you can still hear that struggle. The joy, the faith, the heartbreak, the truth. It's more than just music. It's the sound of a man trying to make peace with his own soul. And though he's gone, his voice remains, forever echoing through the halls of time, reminding us that even in our deepest sorrow, beauty can still rise.